All right, supposedly going now.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Spinner Rack! I'm here with my boys, PD and Cal. How's it rocking, gentlemen?
It goes.
It's
Going
good.
Let's get, well, today, Electro being included in the MCU. Is it true? Is it not true? So here, PD's put up a little text for us. Can you tell us a little bit about it, PD?
I don't have much information besides something that was put up and took down by Jamie Foxx. But it's not only they've talked about including Jamie Foxx's Electro, but they also possibly will have the other two Spider-Men in this next Spider-Man 3. So
The other two Spider-Man like?
Was it Andrew Garfield?
Right.
And a good old what's his name?
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
First of all,
Yeah.
I don't think, I'm going to jump in right now. But before that, let me let Cal say 2 cents if you know anything about this stuff here, bro.
I don't really. It just sounds like a lot of speculation. I really don't know what to say.
Well, no, actually they came out. I think Marvel was like they're going to be having because Marvel's now more intimately involved in the whole Spider-Man movie franchise, and basically they're saying they're putting in Electro, and because of this, you're having thoughts that there's going to be a Sinister Six, which Sony will control by themselves, I guess. And so with Electro back in, they can start bringing other characters back. And remember, that was one of the things they were pushing before this movie, the one where Electro, Spider-Man 2 with Garfield, didn't do as well as they expected. So I'm sure that the Jamie Foxx is in. Great for him to be in the MCU, but still a little shocked, especially that one of the things that the way his character was depicted was not considered or one of the best aspects of it. We were talking about that same thing, right, gents?
Yeah, but
of course you agree.
All those characters have been changed. I mean, even if you like Mysterio, that's not what's the name? Quentin Bent, like that. Like he's a sort of a real homely sort of character, someone that would always keep himself in a mask. And obviously, that's not Jake Gyllenhaal. So there's a lot of
Jake Gyllenhaal the girls don't want that guy to cover his head, so that's why he has to take it off, right?
I'm saying
that's the selling point, bro.
Character to the comic. I mean, they make changes. We know that.
Well, I wasn't even talking about matching the character to the comic. I was talking about how he was just depicted generally. The way he looked.
You're saying him being the lame-o is a regular character and nerdy in comparison to the comic? That's the same thing.
It's Jamie Foxx. He ain't no lame-o. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Can't be cool in every movie, Lord. Even though it's a common thing that they do in movies, that the second one, that the villain is sort of this nerdy, nebbish sort of character that blows up into like in even Batman Forever and obviously Killian in Iron Man 3. It's a common thing. The only time they went away from that is Iron Man 2 with Whiplash. Whiplash is this guy that looked like an oven mitt going crazy. So,
yeah. What are your thoughts, Cal?
Just seems like a lot of speculation right now, with the exception of Jamie Foxx's announcement, which he took down. Everything else to extrapolate off of that just seems like a lot of speculation for me. A little time and some more data would be really helpful.
Well, I mean, I think that's true, but I think that's one of the things that makes the Marvel publicity machine the way it is that they want to throw hints of what's going on. And of course, there's really going to be there are going to be no Marvel movies this year, right? Nothing's starting back up until next year because of the whole Corona debacle that we're facing right now. Mm-hmm. So I guess they're just throwing hints and trailers like this, that he's going to be in. They're not going to. I don't think this would have been leaked if it was something like a fake news. The question is how big of a role he's going to have, because I didn't see anything that really said what role he's going to have. But they're incorporating him into the Spider-Man Marvel universe. So that's cool, and he says it. So I mean, he must have heard something. Probably they just were a little premature on the whole thing, because you can't walk this back now. This puppy's out.
Well, ultimately, it just feels like, with the great buzz and Academy Awards with the Into the Spider-Verse, they're like, let's do more. And it's obviously Spider-Man 3. We get 3 Spider-Mans. We can do this, all stuff Hollywood would do. So it's not something that's there is buzz. If they come out and say, you know what, now it's just a regular Spider-Man movie, which is what I would rather them do. Like, here's a regular movie, one villain, and we move on. But no, we've been getting hints of this multiverse in the MCU and kind of mixing up just basic, I guess even, what was it, Crisis, they did the Crisis thing recently. So it's like seeing that sort of buzz to say they're doing it the same way that DC did it, where they had all these versions from the past come into their Crisis story. So it's kind of, feeling like, even though we know it's definitely happening with Doctor Strange, so it's, it has multiverse in the title, it feels like Marvel's kind of, using that card. And I wish they wouldn't. I wish they would just do a regular Spider-Man movie. Whether I liked the second one or the first one that Marvel MCU did, at least they were, sort of just Marvel, a singular movies, even though they were connected to a larger whole.
I mean, but we got to remember that was because Spider-Man is really owned, at least the movie franchise is owned by who? Sony. The current incarnation of Spider-Man, there's been more of a deal between Marvel and Sony. And I think now this third one, Marvel is going to be even more involved in this particular movie. So that's what you're seeing right now. But I really want to go back to this movie, Spider-Man 2, with Garfield. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that review is still up, but is that there was just too much stuff going on, too many characters and stuff, and probably needed a better time to flesh out some of this movie as opposed to focusing on one villain as opposed to so many. And, I think the beginning started off with Rhino, I believe it was. It's been a little while.
Rhino was just a bit. That wasn't like a big story thing.
It wasn't even Rhino. It was just it was like a bad guy. He took care of him, and he's a Rhino by the end.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, and also he was working for Oscorp, right? Or was he working for?
Oscorp? Harry Osborn, or what's the name?
He was.
Oh, you're talking about Electro.
Yeah, Electro. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of just excited we're bringing this all back into the Marvel universe. Having more of these things. If it's just like a hint, like, oh, look at this guy, like how they did with J. Jonah Jameson. Yeah, it's a tongue twister. They brought him in at the very end of the movie Mysterio. You see him on the TV. A video blogger or something like that. So it's a vlogger at the very end. So I thought it's just like we're just going to bring in Jamie Foxx and just have him Electro, just this little thing. But like I said, I had problems with that movie at that point when we watched it the last time. And I'm glad Jamie Foxx will be in it included, but I think they probably need to do something a little more. They're just saying, hey, just this announcement, like I said, what more is it? J. Jonah Jameson is in the movie now, but he didn't have a huge part, right?
Right.
So it's not going to be.
When has he ever had a huge part?
That's the thing. One of the best stories that they. Hold on. Pause for a second.
We're live. We can't pause.
We're live?
No, we're not live.
Thank you.
Oh, this is new.
By the way, Mars, whatever you got open on your computer screen, you got to shut some of it down. You're lagging. If you got a site or a page open with a whole bunch of ads, you got to shut that down.
No, I don't have anything on. Let me just double check real quick. I don't have any.
Okay. I guess that would also bring us to another thing, which would be the J. Jonah Jameson aspect of being the same actor that he was before. Is this, opens up, since he's from the first trilogy, is this the same thing? Is that's where we're playing up this multiverse thing? So it's like, and then that could give them their out, but it makes it a little more cosmic, and that's what I'm kind of wary about, of really doing another big cosmic Spider-Man story after they did, Into the Spider-Verse, which was like animated. It's like, hey, let's push this as far as we can go and have fun, which is what they did. And what?
Yeah, but I'm saying I see your point. This is exactly what they're pushing for. They had a whole comic series out that already that I guess went well. You also see right now that You know, the very fact that they're incorporating, they're definitely doing the whole multiverse, like you said. And this Into the Spider-Verse was successful, you know. And if they make it into a live feature, now we're going to be getting everybody. We're going to get Morales is going to be in there. You're going to have Dr. Ock. You know, it's going to be wild. It's much more connected than it ever was, right? So
you're not connected. You mean more money making, like the same thing that you complained about Amazing Spider-Man #2, the second one, saying it was too much characters, right? It had the Rhino, it had it had Electro, and it had Harry Osborn at the end, right? That's too much stuff, right? So now you're getting way more stuff and saying yes.
I don't like it when you twist my words.
Okay.
Okay. I don't like it when you twist my words. All right, but you know, if you want to start this, you want to start a whole Brooklyn fight now, baby. I'm putting up hands. I'm putting up hands. I'm putting up hands.
We can
Brooklyn.
argue.
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
You can argue.
You're from uptown. Get out of here.
Uptown Brooklyn, bro. So like I was saying, you know,
Nope. Only one Brooklynite here.
yeah. Let me see your card, bro. Can you show me the Brooklyn card right now?
Yeah, these two hands right here. Anytime
Yeah.
you want to see it. These two hands.
Hands right now. So that's what I'm saying. I don't see no hands, bro.
I don't see any hands there either.
Or Zoom fighting.
You know. So listen, I think it's a great idea, and we should definitely encourage the whole thing. I definitely like Into the Spider-Verse. Hey, I liked Andrew Garfield, so incorporating him into it. But getting Tobey Maguire in, come on. He's like that dude from Superman who walked away from the role when he was super popular, you know?
No,
I don't know if we're going to be able to get him in.
Wasn't they, you know, they wanted...
What guy from Superman walked away from the role when he was super popular?
What's his name? The guy from Smallville.
Him?
I mean, they just did the crossover. And he didn't even put on the uniform. Dean Cain didn't even... Not Dean Cain. What's his name? I forgot his name. He didn't even put... Tom Holland. He didn't even put the uniform on.
Welling.
Okay. But
He
didn't even...
He never wanted to do it.
But the point is, you know, he was popular. A lot of people liked him, and he at the very end couldn't even do fan service. That's what I'm saying. He showed up. For him, that's fan service enough. Fan service is put on the damn cape and fly. Got dog on it. You know what I'm trying to say? That's fan service.
All of that being said,
Tobey Maguire ain't showing up.
All that being said, you know, well, I don't think didn't Tobey Maguire, like, he had some issue with it because I guess the harness hurt his back or something, and so he wasn't fully sanguine with it. Or one of his agents said, you know, he had to do more scenes without the mask, you know, so he could be seen. Some guys just aren't into it.
And he did 3 of them. How much more? And it was just going to be the same plot that they used in Homecoming.
Yep.
It's the same plot.
Luke Skywalker has been in several movies, okay? You see that commercial with him and Picard, you know, talking about Uber. I think it's Uber Eats. Look, if you're a character that you're defined by, for the fans, show up.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I'll
show up. That's all I'm saying. Show up. Okay?
Luke
and I'm just saying,
what are you talking about?
he was in the last movie, bro, of Star Wars. Wasn't he dead? I mean, the one before?
Yeah, he was in the second and third, and his part sucked.
And he would have been, doesn't matter. He would have been in all of them if he could be in them. And I'm just saying, I don't it's become iconic.
Uh-oh.
I want to do the role or
You got a serious lag going on, man. While Mars is getting his technology up to date, I'll do my best Patrick Stewart imitation. I'll be having 4 cheese tortellini with extra tomato.
Your dad ain't here now, boy.
Earl Grey never fails.
How's my audio? Is it coming or just the video is lagging?
You freeze. The whole thing freezes. And you do... Cut.
I'm saying, is the audio lagging or the video lagging?
The whole thing freezes at once. You stop. It just stops.